Let's start by opening up Google or any of the web browser of your choice. So once I open Google, I want to type in Toastmaster Internationals. On the top, you see Toastmaster International Home. Once you log into the home page of Toastmaster, on the top, you should be to locate the login button. Click Login, enter your member ID and your email address, and as well as your password. If you're not sure of your username and password, click on Forgot Password, and they'll send you the information you need to log in. Once you log into the home page, on the top it will say Welcome with your first name on it. And I'm going to go to Pathway, and you have to click on it in order to get these options to show up. And the first thing I'm going to show you is how to take the assessment as the first time that you log into Pathway. Once you click on that, on the left it will say take your assessment. Now it says $20, but for all new members who's logged into Pathway for the first time, the first path is free. So because I have already taken my assessment, that's why it says $20 right there. So basically every additional pathway that you select, it's going to cost you another $20. But the first one is free. So you click on take your assessment, and you select your language and hit start. And there, they'll ask you a series of questions. So basically you just pick what you think is fit you, and what the system is doing is basically just trying to get a sense of what kind of communication, leadership skill you are looking for at Toastmaster. And from there, it will give you 3 recommended paths for you to choose and work on. So I think it has about 20 questions or so. So I'm just kind of going through some of these questions so then you can see what it looks like once I'm done with the assessment questions. So once I'm done, it gave me 3 paths to choose. It gave me visionary communication, dynamic leadership, as well as leadership development. Now you see the leadership development is grayed out, and that's because I've already chosen that as my first path. This is only a recommendation. You do not have to choose these if you do not think it fit you. And by the way, under each one is also have a subscription or description of what each path is about. And if you don't like any of these 3, feel free to click on additional path and select the path that you think you want to learn or you want to start first. And that is how you get started with Pathway, by selecting your first path. Now you have selected your first path, I'm going to show you how to get started with your first icebreaker speech. So go back to Pathway. This time you go to Basecamp. Click on that, and it'll bring you to your Basecamp. Basically, Basecamp is like your profile, your home page. And once you click on it, you'll be able to log in as a member. Now you see it has this choice for me that says log in as a Basecamp manager, and that is only because I'm the president of the club. But for most of you, you probably will only see the login as a member button. So click on that, and it'll bring you to your home Basecamp. Now, in order to start your first project, your icebreaker project, for whatever path that you have chosen, go to My Education Transcript. Click on Education Transcript, and as you can see, curriculum, leadership development was my first path. So whatever path you are, just click on Open Curriculum. Now, you should see that on the top is a icebreaker. That's the first speech for all paths, regardless of what path you're going to choose. So I'm going to hit Launch. Now, it's going to bring up a whole new screen, a whole window, and basically it's just going to take me through the steps of preparing and delivering my first icebreaker speech. So you can just kind of click through this and read through the materials and what are the expectations and everything. And also you have to take an assessment for your skill before you take you deliver your first icebreaker speech. And you kind of going through, and at one point it will say after your speech, okay. After your speech you have to, okay, sorry. So now once you get to your evaluation, you can actually hit print my project right here. And if you click on that, it has this entire project with all the materials as well as the evaluation form that you can attach and give it to your evaluator during your speech to evaluate you. So right here is the evaluation form for the icebreaker speech, and you can just have your evaluator fill this out. So you can feel free to print this out if you prefer to have a physical copy. So after you have delivered your speech, you have to come back in here and assess your skill afterward. Remember, you did it before and now you have to assess it after. And once you have done that and click through and submit your assessment, it say congratulations, you have completed this project. So you can close this. Now, because I have not really officially submit my after skill assessment, so it still says 0%. But once you have submitted your assessment and deliver your speech, you should see something like 15% or something like that, and it say completed on your icebreaker. And then you can move on to launch your second or your third project from your list. And I'm going to show you one more way of just finding your evaluation. So if you go back to your Basecamp screen, and if you click on speech evaluation right here, it will give you all the evaluation resources that you need. So for all the speeches you can give. For your icebreaker speech, for example, you can just find it right here, and if you click on it, and it'll open up your evaluation form for your icebreaker speech. That way, you don't have to print out the entire materials and everything of the entire speech. This is only 3 pages of the evaluation form for your icebreaker speech. So you can just basically print out these 3 pages and give it to your evaluator during your icebreaker speech. So here you have it. That is pathway, and hope you have a good start.